Hello friends and family. I was preparing everything to record a video for today and I didn't really know what I was gonna do yet. I thought maybe I was gonna do a reaction video or something because I literally didn't have time to prepare something. And when I got everything ready, the doorbell rang randomly and it was a package from Amazon. And I know what this is because I bought this in January and it just arrived and I'm so excited to open it up. This week we're gonna nerd out like real hard. I'm gonna be unboxing. I don't think it's gonna be much of an unboxing experience because I think it's just you take this first layer and the book is just gonna be in here. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna be opening up this package and we're gonna look at the special illustrated super mega cool edition of Lord of the Rings that just came out, and this was my Christmas gift to myself and I'm extremely excited to open it up. So let's just get into it, shall we? I'm honestly just so excited to open this up. I don't even want to wait or like look at settings or anything. I just want to open it. Okay, let's do it. I don't think I need a knife. Open like this. Ah, this is gonna be so satisfying. I hope you can see it from there. Upside down, I think now. Yeah, that's incredibly cool. Oh, dude, I'm so excited. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna tear up the plastic. That's definitely the coolest book that I own. I like the fact that there's like a hole in here where you can see through to Sauron's eye. There's a piece of paper here as well. Are these maps? Ah, man. Yeah, that's cool. That's a map of Middle Earth. Oh my god. The west of Middle Earth at the end of Third Age. Okay, so I love Lord of the Rings, but I am not a specialist when it comes to like lore and all of those things. I just enjoy it thoroughly, okay? Don't expect me to like name any of these lands. Comes with a map first, really cool map. I'm gonna reread Lord of the Rings. Like I have to read this edition, right? I love this. This looks so cool. You might have noticed that I really like this by the fact that I'd have it tattooed on my body for the rest of my life. But the white and the red looks so good together with the golden as well. You can see the inscription of the ring both in the pages by the side and also around the eye here on the front. And there's like a signature from Tolkien. It looks incredible. Incredible. There's also some dwarf encryption. I don't know. I think it's dwarven. Judging from the door from the first movie, I think that's dwarven. If you take this off, ooh, really nice spine as well on the book. It looks really cool as a black edition as well, if you just put it on the shelf like this. Guys, I'm a really big fan of books in general. I really like reading, and I essentially just read psychology and fantasy. Those are the two things. Like for fiction, I read fantasy. For nonfiction, I read psychology, and that's pretty much all that I read mostly. Like, and from fantasy, this is definitely my favorite. Okay, let's look at the inside of the book. Okay, let's try to keep objective here. When you open it up, there's again some really cool text, contents. There's book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4, book 5. Oh my god. I don't know if you know this, but Lord of the Rings was intended to be one edition. There wasn't supposed to be 3 books. It was just supposed to be one thing. But as you can see, it's very big, so it got divided into 3. But when you read it, you can definitely tell that it wasn't supposed to be that way. Like the first book kind of ends really abruptly right after the Boromir thing. This is an illustrated edition, right? So it's supposed to have some unique art from Tolkien himself. Ooh, I really like the font here. It might just be a really common font or something, but I don't know. I like the way that it looks, like the way it reads. Like any page that you open up is just so beautiful to read. Like Tolkien is such a master of his craft. Chapter 1 of book 2, okay? Chapter 1, Many Meetings. Frodo woke and found himself lying in bed. At first he thought that he had slept late, after a long, unpleasant dream that still hovered on the edge of memory. Or perhaps he had been ill, but the ceiling looked strange. It was flat, and it had dark beams richly carved. He lay a little while looking at patches of sunlight on the wall and listening to the sound of a waterfall. There's another sheet of paper over here. So this is a map of Rohan, Mordor, and Gondor. So we get 2 maps. Okay, cool. I also found some illustrations. This is an example of an illustration by Tolkien himself. And you know, I'm not gonna say anything mean. He was really good at drawing maps. He had other qualities. But I enjoy looking at things that he drew. Like, there are some designs that were pretty cool. But there's a reason why this wasn't released up until now, right? Let's look for another drawing. This one is cool. This one is nice. This one actually looks good. It's Rivendell. Man, that's a really nice edition. This book looks beautiful and I love it so much. I'm very excited to own this book and to read it cover to cover. I love looking at these maps. I think Middle-earth offers such a journey. It's such a complex and incredible world. This is my favorite book of all time and I don't understand half of it. If you're currently looking for a Christmas gift for someone who is a fan of Lord of the Rings, couldn't recommend this enough, though it's a bit on the expensive side. I think I paid 62 euros for this edition, and I'm happy I spent that money back in January because I'm very happy right now. I'm going to store these maps now here. Beautiful edition, very happy with the product. If you want to get this specific edition right off of Amazon, the link's gonna be right in the description. Just click there and get one for yourself or for a loved one. Here's my advice if you're considering buying this. This is for a hardcore Lord of the Rings fan, okay? This is not for a first read or even a second read, I believe. This is for someone who really enjoys Lord of the Rings and wants to have a special edition they can keep like forever. I would get it for that reason, and I don't even think it's too expensive for that purpose alone. Now, for one book that's obviously expensive, if you're gonna spend like 60 plus euros in one book, if you want to look at it like it's a hardcover book and it includes 3 books inside of it actually. So I definitely got my money's worth, especially because I am such a big fan of Lord of the Rings. I couldn't have this tattoo on my body and not have a Lord of the Rings edition, right? Looks like a very immersive experience to be reading this in this book. I'm gonna be very careful with it. I will treasure it always. I'll keep this on my nightstand right there. I'm just gonna leave that there forever. This is never gonna go to a bookshelf because I just want to look at it and oh my god, I want to be reading this right now. I'm gonna go read some Lord of the Rings. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I hope this was interesting and informative. I was just so excited to open the book. I have been Kappa Biden. I occasionally talk about psychology. I'll see you guys next week. Bye guys.